Hello, welcome to Iggy's Toy Parade and Soldier Review. Once again, this is your host, Iggy, and today we're looking at something that was quite a surprise when I found it. I opened up a large box. By the way, I went to storage on, when was it? Thursday? No, Saturday. Saturday. And took some more boxes home to film. And I opened one of the boxes up, and this was inside. Well, why is this such a surprise? Well, I've already shown you like 4 or 5 of these things. So I keep wondering, well, how many of these did I buy? I don't recall having so many. But anyway, the real surprise is when I opened it up. So let me open this one and show you what I mean by that. So let's get into it, okay? I feel like Indiana Jones here. By the way, I saw that movie last Friday. I've seen blistering reviews of it. They say it sucks. When my brother and I got there, there was only like 5 or 6 other people in the audience. It's gotten a lot of negative reviews, and both my brother and I liked it. So to each his own. That's why they have 31 flavors. I don't know what to tell you. Um, if you ever wanted to find out how different people are, go with a big group of friends to a pizza parlor and order a pizza, and they'll start fighting over all the toppings because we all like different things. And hopefully you're here because you like Iggy's toys. So here's another one. And as far as Indiana Jones, yes, it's different. It's a completely different style of movie compared to the others. That could be one of the reasons they don't like it. Uh, there are some characters that I think were not dealt with very well because they only have a brief appearance. And there was some characters that I wasn't expecting that showed up and loved to see them. And there were some CGI effects that I thought were rather cartoonish. But overall, despite the differences between it and the originals, I thought it was a fun adventure movie and I would go see it again. So if you go to see it and you hate it, you hate it. Everyone's got the, the worst thing for a movie is a fan. I've never met such a negative, critical group of people than a fan. Fans hate everything. I won't say who this person is, but there's someone that Iggy knows that thinks Star Wars is fantastic and that everything else sucks. And I loved Rogue One. I thought Rogue One was great. And he said, "Oh, there's too much war." And I said, "What is the title?" It's called Star Wars. But anyway, he wanted more magic and more Jedi. And I actually, personally, I don't care for the Jedi. I was glad when they killed them. But I'm an imperialist, so what can I say? God save the king. Okay, here we go. I'm joking. I hope I'm joking. Okay, so without further ado, without any more movie reviews that might be misleading or disappointing to you, here we go. Now, the first thing that comes to our field of vision here is what we expected to see, because here on the label, on the interior, you see what we see here. Uh-oh, maybe we don't. The helmet's missing. Where's the helmet? Okay, so we have the M1 Garand, the M1 Carbine, the cartridge belt, the fatigue cap canteen, the e-tool and mess kit, the radio, the side arm, where is it? The side arm and holster, Should be a bayonet in here somewhere. Oh, here it is. It's with the M1. I wonder why they put it there. And boots, which you see here. The helmet's missing. So anyway, so I open it up, and this is what you would expect to see. And then when I opened it, I was like, oh my goodness, wow. Check all this out, guys. Here's a bunch of 40s that have been taken out of their packaging. I don't remember doing this. I really don't. Because I have something else I'm going to show you, perhaps in my next video, that explains why I didn't expect to see all this. So we have the 10th Mountain Division backpack. We have, you can see it's never been used. It's still wrapped up. And there's the snowshoes and the white rifle and the ice pick. And here's a parachute and a tent. No, not a tent. It's, well, I had good intent. Field jacket, another cartridge belt. This is the netting for the tent. Another pair of boots. And some camouflage. Is it foliage or foliage? I don't know. Iggy, as you know, Iggy mispronounces quite a bit. We got a Marine helmet and an Army helmet, a crash helmet, another fatigue cap. This looks like a shore patrol helmet. Yes. And there's some flags in there that explains the Marine helmet, because the only way you could get a Marine helmet is if you bought the flag set. And there's a cartridge belt and a white belt. What else is in here? Here's a Navy cap, another parachute. I don't remember having so many parachute. Air vest, another canteen. But this was, well, here's another canteen. This was a wonderful surprise to open this up and find all this in here, because I don't remember this. I don't remember any of this. Part of the reason for that is when I was asked to leave where I lived for the last 21 years, I didn't believe, I guess, I know this is going to sound stupid. I didn't believe that I was actually going to be asked to leave. I kept thinking at the last minute, they say, oh no, you can stay. Well, that was stupid. Just really immature and childish. But it was where my mom lived. And she was living there courtesy of my dad's brother. If it hadn't been for my dad's brother, my parents would have become homeless, because my dad had lost everything. He had a business, and in 1981, the economy was extremely bad. In fact, it was so bad, it was almost as bad as it is now. And he lost his business, and he then lost his home, and he lost his car. And my dad's brother stepped in and said, I'm going to buy this townhouse for you, and you can live there for free. And that was, my dad's brother's awesome for doing that. And he let me stay there 3 years after my mom passed away. And I got so comfortable, I kept thinking, well, he's just going to let me stay. And everyone was warning me, including my cousin, saying, no, my dad wants to sell the place because he's getting elderly and he wants to liquidate all of his assets, which is quite understandable, reasonable, and recommended. You know, you don't want your family to have to deal with your estate, you want it to be as easy as possible. And so that's what he did. Well, because I was unprepared, I ended up living in my car. And that was a hard time in Iggy's life. But why did I tell you all that story? What there was a reason for it. Oh, at the last minute, I waited till the last minute, thinking, well, they're not going to. I'm not really going to go anywhere. And then the message came, okay, you're going to have to be gone by the end of the month. And I was like, oh my God. So I started ripping all this G.I. Joe stuff out of its packaging and putting it in here and other places because it was easier to pack it up when it wasn't in bulky boxes. Now, I kept some of it in boxes because many of the sets, I had 3 sets of it. And I don't remember having so many. I thought I had 2 Footlockers, but I think there's 3 of them here, but I don't know. Anyway, so this was a fun thing to discover. And the 40th, of course, as you know from previous videos I've done, is my favorite. I just love what they did. Now, I had quite a number of classic collection G.I. Joes. I still have some, but I sold 52 of them on eBay and also at the flea market. Now, at the flea market, I just got nothing for them. I got $10 for a boxed, unopened box of classic collection Joes and stuff. And so I got taken for a ride. But when you're desperate for money, that's what's going to happen to you. But at any rate, I've been managed to keep quite a bit of what I had, so I'm not going to complain too. Well, I did complain just now, but I don't want to complain because I still have more than what I could ever dream of having as a boy. I mean, 100 times more. So I'm quite happy and satisfied with my collection as it stands now. Oh, that's the crash helmet. I thought it was another Shore Patrol helmet. So I was very excited when I saw this. I'm sure all of you, if you found this in your attic or basement or in the closet behind a bunch of stuff, you would be delighted. And so I was. And I hope you are delighted seeing it. It was a very cool set, the 40th anniversary, because it came with everything you needed. Well, it didn't come with the field jacket, but all that you see here, that's a pretty good way to start your Joe collection, I would think, to have all of this stuff. Maybe I'm getting confused because I showed you my original Footlocker plus the 30th, several 30th anniversary lockers and several of these 40th. I can't have 4 of these. I don't remember it. I'd have to check my journal, but I don't think I have that many. Anyway, that's it for Iggy's 40th anniversary surprise package here. And I hope you enjoyed seeing it. I enjoyed presenting it to you. That's it for Iggy. Thank you for getting Iggy with it. I hope all of you are doing well and are staying healthy. And remember, it's not too late to rekindle your love of G.I. Joe and toy soldiers and whatever else that you're into, like H.O. trains. Iggy likes those too. I used to have slot cars, and I still have my H.O. Well, it's not really H.O., but that's what we called it as kids. Slot car set from Tyco. Tyco, I think, was bought out by Mattel and later dissolved. They don't exist anymore. But I love those things, and it's just fun. You can have a good time with this stuff. I just like looking at it. I don't need to. I like setting it up too. But when we were kids, we used to play with it pretty hard. And that's why a lot of stuff doesn't survive from when we were kids. But the only difference between how I think about this from when I was a kid is that I don't feel the inclination to destroy. I don't have to stab the barrel of a rifle into the ground and have it break off because I was too rough or something. Anyway, thank you for coming along, and I really appreciate your continued support of what I'm doing or attempting to do. Oh, it says my battery's running out. So I'm going to sign off. Thank you guys, and I'll see you soon. I got some more stuff to show you. So let me recharge the phone and I'll get back with you, okay? All right, take care. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao. Adios. Sayonara and dos padanya.